Miami Heat Nation, what is going on? So, as you see, man, we finally got almost the whole group here. We're missing Martel, of course, but we got us Ernest, we got a Mayor. Definitely go check out the channels. You guys know who they are, right? Miami Heat Talk, a Mayor, Team to Beat, and then me, of course, Miami Heat Nation. I'm going for 7,000 subscribers. Amir's going for what, 3,000 subscribers? Ernest, what you going for right now? 8K?
8K.
8K, man. So make sure you smash that subscribe button, like, comment, share. Even after the trade deadline, man, you guys better support. Because I noticed after the deadline, the views want to go take it 8 time, bro. You feel me? So now we gotta build that up. You know what I mean? Because we're still a playoff team. We still got a lot of good players over here. But anyways, man, listen, I haven't talked to Ernest, Amir about trade season. You know what I mean? And so the Miami Heat have been linked to several stars. And this is nothing new, right? Every trade deadline, we're linked to players like Dame, Mitchell, Durant, now Giannis, Morant, Kawhi Leonard, whatever the case may be, and we never land anybody, right? And so this year, I don't want to say it's different because I'm just going to get my feelings hurt. I just feel like because I don't know what's going to happen at this point. There's so many suitors for Giannis. But Ernest, how do you what's a trade package that you're willing to actually give up for Giannis, right? Because Jovic this year has been awful. Khalil Larson has taken that next step. Jaime been good. So what are you willing to really give up? Are you willing to move Tyler finally? What's your opinion on that?
I mean, yeah, man. Look, for Giannis, I see a lot of people in Heat Nation saying things like, "Oh, this guy's untouchable. This guy's untouchable." It's Giannis. Nobody's untouchable. Now, at the end of the day, you don't want to overgive. You want to make sure that what you're getting back is value. So I know it's going to have to surround Tyler Hero and Terry Rozier just because you got to make the numbers work. And for people to say Rozier has no value, he's expiring. So it works for Milwaukee. Then after that, you got to throw in some young assets. You got to throw in Khalil Ware. You have 4 young assets. You have Jaime Jaquez, Yakachonis, Jovic, and Larson. What I would tell Milwaukee is take 2, whichever you want. Doesn't matter. No one's untouchable. If it's Larson and Jaquez, okay. If it's Jovic and Yakachonis, cool. If it's Jaquez and Yakachonis, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. You have 3 young assets: Hero, Rozier. You give them 2 first-round picks. You give them the pick swaps. Whatever. It's Giannis. And in return, you want Giannis. You're gonna have to take his brother. But importantly, what I want is Bobby Portis in that package. If you can get Bobby Portis also, you're solving your problem with depth in the bench. You have a big that comes off the bench. Bobby Portis is not going to want to stay in Milwaukee if Giannis is traded. So I think Andy Ellsberg can do this. If you can make this package nice enough to get back Giannis and Bobby Portis, it's going to make your roster overall look better.
Yeah, what do you think, Amir?
Trade everybody, make it happen, figure it out. If he truly wants to come to Miami as one of the teams that he wants to sign an extension with, or the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? That it seems like we're competing with them now as opposed to the Warriors, which were reported to be a team that was interested and he was possibly going to want to go there to play with Steph. But it doesn't seem like the Warriors are a favorite anymore. So if we have a shot to get him, you get him now, because otherwise, if we don't get him now, then we're going to have to compete with other teams in the summertime. Teams like the Thunder, teams like the Rockets, the Spurs, who could potentially offer better packages, better players than we have. So my prediction is we either get him. I don't think any other team gets him at the deadline. We either get him before the deadline, or who the hell knows what happens in the summer, right? The Knicks can be in play, Thunder, etc. But I give everything at this point. You take anything you want. I'll trade Bam Adebayo. Ideally, I don't want that because we want to pair him with Bam. But if it means getting Giannis and we can keep some more young players, I would trade Bam. But honestly, the realistic package to me, Tyler, he's your all-star young dude. For the money, obviously, you have to send him, ship him out. Khalil Ware is the blue chip. And there's a lot of people saying, yeah, we need they want to keep Pella over Jaime or whatever it may be. I'm trading Pella and Jaime. Take Pella, Jaime, Khalil, and Tyler, and Terry Rozier, and all the picks and all the swaps. Make it happen. If we could flip Wiggins to get an extra pick to give him 3, do it. Figure it out. Because if we're left with Davion, Norm, Bam, Giannis, Drew Smith, Fontecchio, Kasparis, Nico, get some guys on the buyout market, get some free agents, figure that shit out. A couple guys are going to come. Right? If you build it, they will come. So do everything in your power. Is it going to happen? I don't know. We've been getting second place a lot lately. In the Damian Lillard trade, we got second place. Kevin Durant, when he went to Phoenix, we were second place. There's a lot of times where we've been second place, and I can't stomach it, man. But I'm optimistic we can get this done by Thursday. That's my hope.
Yo, the supporters about to come at you, Amir, when you said trade Bam. You know how they feel about
trade
Bam.
Spo, trade Pat Riley to make it happen.
Yo,
I said this as a joke on Twitter that we should trade Spo for in the package, and we get Doc Rivers, who's the worst coach ever, in return. I'll take Doc Rivers. You take Spo if it means Giannis. That's how desperate I am to add the Greek Freak. But
I mean,
you all, Ernest.
I agree. I mean, look, I don't think you have to give up Wiggins to get another pick. Like, I don't understand why people are so crazy over this Golden State offer. I mean, I get it. It's 4 first-round draft picks. But you're telling me that the center of this thing is Draymond Green and Brandon Pozinski? Like, no. Like, if you're telling me that the offer that you're getting is Tyler Hero, who, by the way, is from Milwaukee, that helps them. Because if you're selling a rebuild team, you'd like to have somebody that the fans can relate to. How about a guy that's an all-star that's from there? And I've always said this. On a bad team, Tyler's awesome. He'll average 25. He'll be an all-star. You get Kel'el Ware, the blue chip. You know, you get, like Amir said, all these young assets. Like, it just makes sense for Milwaukee. So I don't understand why Golden State is is a sweet offer. I think it's just ESPN's way of going crazy because they want Steph and Giannis together. But, you know, I agree with Amir. You know, this is a guy who is top 5. You do whatever you need to do to get it done, especially with the strikeouts that we've had lately. So there's no question. If he's available, go in. This is why you didn't get Dame. This is why you didn't get Kevin Durant. This is why you didn't get all these players, because you were saving your assets for the whale. Hello, the whale's there. Do it.
I'll be honest with you, man. From just like looking at the last 3 years, I think we're going to be stubborn. And that's just because what we know at this point. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. I think we need to change. I mean, even just for like the fans, right? Like fans, and I'm speaking for us specifically, but fans are going to get tired of just being mid, right? Like we're just being mid, no change, no nothing. Spo can do whatever he wants. He's literally ruining Kel'el Ware's career. I don't care what anybody says. This dude, Jovic can play bad for 50 minutes. Jovic can do whatever he wants, and Spo will praise him. But if Kel'el Ware has one mess up, he don't deserve to play because of this and that. And this is what we've been asking for. I remember we did a show. We need a center. We drafted Kel'el Ware, and then we're at the point where dude don't even play him. You know what I mean? And it's like Kel'el Ware at this point he's a human being just like us. He has feelings, and you know he's feeling some type of way of what's going on in this. So, you know, it sucks that we have to trade him away after we just wanted him. But at the end of the day, is what happens. You get Giannis and stuff. But I'm curious to see, like, can this relationship be rekindled? You know what I mean? And, like, are we going to go and I don't think it's a bad relationship, but it's going to get worse. I just feel like it's already starting, in my opinion. But I think they keep Bam. Maybe they try to trade Tyler in the offseason. But what I do know is I don't know if they're going to give him that extension. That's the real question, Ernest. You think they're going to give him that extension?
No. Straight up. I mean, you got to be on the court to get an extension. Tyler screwed. He should have signed. No, hell no. I don't see it. Like, I mean, maybe if he gets something, it's gonna have to be like a bargain deal. But no, I think he's getting traded. I think he's getting traded for sure. Whether it's in the deadline or the offseason, I think Miami has. You just see a pattern. 2023 finals. You know, without him, 14-7 with this fast-paced team. I know we've struggled since then, and I'm not going to say it's all his fault, but it is annoying that when you have a guy out there who, when he plays, he has to start, and then you don't know when he's going to play because some games he's in, some games he's out. It's just too much inconsistency. So I don't think they're going to give him an extension. I think they're going to try to move him. I think he will get traded, you know, whether it's the deadline or the offseason. I hope, you know, you get it done now, you know, because you need to make a change. This team has shown that they can win, but they just need that closer. And you thought it would be Tyler when he came back. I said that. When we were 14-7, I said, bro, like when this guy comes back, He has that clutch gene. He has it like no other player in this team has it. Tyler can be that closer. We haven't seen it. He's been back, he's been back 11 games, 22 points a game, solid. But we need Giannis. We need Giannis. What's the point of retooling and rebuilding a roster? That's to win a championship. And you have a shot. You got to do it. Whether it's trading for John Morant or, going all in for Giannis, you need to make a change. You need to get that closer. And, Giannis would be the dream. But, bro, we could trade John Morant and not have to give up the farm. You can trade for John Morant and still keep this core young roster. So that's another option that he can go with as well.
So it's funny. I'm glad you brought up John Morant because I haven't got your opinion on that. What do you think about John Morant? Because I pushed for John Morant, but I know a lot of the supporters don't like John Morant. And I just feel like he can be a buy low candidate. You don't need to trade too much for this dude, but some people have opinions on him, and that's fine. I respect it. But I think John Morant's an upgrade over Davion. I think John Morant, and that's no shade.
Of course he is.
But you want Davion as your guard. I'd rather have Davion over Ja. You know what I mean? So
you're saying that, or fans are saying that?
You see that everywhere.
That's because people are stupid. Like, would you trade him for 2 first-round picks this year? Now, no. 2 years ago, hell yeah, you would have, right? Like, but his value has dropped, and because of that, I would be open to it for like a Trae Young type of deal. Give him an expiring contract. Don't give up a first-round pick. Give him like a young prospect. Like, I think you give Ja a second chance. You said human nature, right? Like with Kalel, like he's in his feelings. He's not playing. Ja, it's human nature. Like, he's not motivated. He's disgruntled, and he's probably not trying as hard as he could. If he goes to another opportunity, like another team, he could be in a better situation. Look at James Harden, who I freaking hate, by the way, we haven't talked about that, who requested a trade as well, which is like the 10th time. Look at him when he went to the Houston Rockets to become the guy or a new opportunity, right? He wasn't the guy in OKC. He was a 6th man, but still, like, change of scenery could be good for someone like Ja. He's 26. Like, yes, he's been dealing with these injuries, but he's not had a catastrophic major injury. He's still pretty damn athletic. I think he's just kind of sandbagging it to a certain degree right now. And why would he not continue to do that if he stays with this team? They just traded Triple J. They traded Desmond Bane. Like, they're tanking. So I would take him because the price is right. He's still better than Tyler. It's close, but he at least is playing a little bit more than Tyler, technically, I guess. But he's also missed so many games. He's also just like Tyler. Availability is his issue. He's always missing like 20 games a year plus. So, but he would raise our ceiling, obviously. If you give up Fontecchio and Rozier for him, why would you not do that?
Oh, dude, I'm bringing Ja to this team right away. But last thing, Anders, I want to get your opinion on Ja and then James Harden. He did request a trade. What do you think about James Harden?
Yeah. Before getting to James Harden, to touch up on Ja, I think he's a better fit than Tyler. Also, he plays point guard. With Tyler, I think it's a fitting issue next to Norman Powell. I think if you trade for John Morant and all you give up is like Rozier, Fontecchio, give him Jovic or Yakachonis, something like that, or a pick swap, not a first round pick, something like that. Intensify it, because they got 7 first round draft picks for Bane and Jackson. John Morant doesn't have the same value, but you got to do something to get it done. But if you have a starting lineup of Kalel Ware, me being freaking hopeful, Spo would never start him. But let's say if it is Kalel Ware, Bam, Wiggins, Powell, and John Morant, that's a fire lineup. You have Davion coming off the bench with Jaime Jaquez, Pella Larson. Go with that. Go with
Tyler
that.
Too. Tyler would be on the bench because we're not trading Tyler for him, right? So
probably yeah. If Tyler won't come off the bench. I mean, maybe, and Memphis isn't even interested in Tyler. So if you're able to do that trade and you can keep Tyler and you can convince Tyler, hey, come off the bench, damn, that would be nice. That would be nice in the playoffs.
Ernest, think of this story, Lab. Spo would do this because you said Kalel. Why would he be in the starting lineup? It would be Ja, Tyler, Norm, Wiggins, and Bam. That would be the starting 5.
And we'll get bounced in 5 games in the first round. Because defensively we'd suck.
But
I know that's
100% true. But they would only play together for a week because Ja or Tyler are going to get hurt, obviously, right? Yep. And then you'll never have that lineup. But how funny would that lineup be, though?
So maybe make that trade because you might need it. Look, man, I've said this before with Tyler. If he accepts a Manu Ginobili role, we would be better than what we are now. But he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that, and that's not going to happen. And that's why you trade him. because he just doesn't fit to his role. Think about it. When he was 6-man, when he really accepted his role, what were we? First seed in 2022, and we went to the NBA Finals in 2020. Like, when he accepts that role, your team can be a contender. But what Tyler wants to be is LaMelo Ball. He wants to be the best player on a team that's not contending so he can get his money. He can be an all-star, blah, 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 blah. Bye. Going to James Harden, not surprised. Not surprised. I mean, it kind of caught me off guard. I expected it earlier when the Clippers were bad. I'm like, oh, the trade request is coming any day now. Here comes the fat suit. It's coming. Then they won 18 out of 22, and okay, well, he might be happy. No. So not surprised. That's James Harden. That's what he does.
Loser
Yeah,
mentality.
you know what I mean? But I'm very curious to see how this trade deadline goes, man. I think a lot of the trades that are happening around us can actually break or make the Miami Heat. Like the Celtics just picked up Vucevic. I think that's a very solid move for them.
Damn.
Yeah, they just picked them up. The Cavaliers, they're desperately making moves right now, picking up Shooter Ellis. They're looking at Harden. And so I think, that it's going to tell us what teams do in the Eastern Conference at this moment. But we'll see. I will see. We'll be back. I'm sure everybody will have a video about Giannis not being traded to the Heat or being traded to the Heat. There's going to be plenty of rant videos coming out, I'm sure. Or the Miami Heat not doing any trades, right? Because that would be awful as well. It don't even got to be a Giannis trade, but we got to do something. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to do a buyout move. They're going to do a buyout move and just bring in our Kevin Love, right? The PJ Tuckers from the buyout market and then never play them. You know what I mean? Or they're going to play him over Khalil Ware because that's typical Spo. But any closing that you guys want to say?
Let's predict. I'm going to say the Heat pull it off somehow by Thursday. I think it's going to be Thursday morning, 8:00, early morning. We get that bomb from Shams. What do you guys predict? Ernest, thoughts?
Damn, I was literally gonna say the same thing. I'm like, I think this is the one. And if it's not the one, Pat, thank you. But you the strikeouts are too much. This is the one. This is supposed to be the one. This is why you save the assets. Do it. So I think we're gonna get it. If not, I predict we're gonna pivot to Ja Morant. I think something's going to happen. That's what I'm predicting. Something is going to happen. Even if we're trading Wiggins to the Warriors for Kuminga and a first-round pick. Like something. I think something will happen by Thursday.
And also, Ernest, add on, even if there's the writing on the wall is like Milwaukee's just doing this to test his value or something, they're not serious. Or if the T-Wolves, apparently Jake Fisher said they're maybe in the lead now, whatever that means. For some reason, maybe there is a world though where we know Giannis is not going to get traded to anybody, or we don't have a shot. We could still pivot to Ja Morant. To your point, on Thursday, the last hour, trade Fontecchio, trade Rozier, and that doesn't impact our ability during the offseason to get him still theoretically, because then it might make it harder. I read something about the salaries because he would be making 40 something, Bam's making 50, then whoever else is left on the books. But we could still make that Ja move and then fight for Giannis in the summertime because we'll still have enough assets. Plus, we'll get 4 picks. We'll have more assets, theoretically, more competition. So
no, we'll have cap space. We can make it work in the offseason. It's easier in the offseason, but I'd like to get something done by the deadline because I really like this team, and I just think we're missing. We need a change. Like this team isn't it. We're done. 4 years of contending and mediocrity is annoying. It is time to make a change, whether it's tanking to get more draft picks or contending for a championship. Just pick an effing direction. That's it. Enough of this staying in the middle of mediocrity. That's what I think we all want. We just want a direction. So that's what I hope we see on Thursday. And if it's the same team and they run it back, well, whatever.
What's yours, Trent?
I think Giannis gets traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think
I can see that.
Giannis to the Minnesota Timberwolves or the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers are being so aggressive. They're willing to trade anybody, even Evan Mobley at this point.
That's what it is, man. I just think that Pat is sitting and waiting, and I'm like, oh my God, this might pass by him again.
Yeah. You can't sit back and wait. I would love him on my team. I think that would help our channel dramatically.
Screw the channel. It's about the team, baby. I want.
Well,
No, this is
I want a championship, man. I want a
of course, but
champion.
yo, a
I want to
championship,
contend.
a championship. It's only gonna make everything better.